So, you've gotten your missions completed. You've gotten your female crew members. You've gotten credits. And finally, this hunk of metal appears in your garage. Woot woot. So you hit that battle button and you say, heck yeah, I'm about to destroy everybody. My 203 millimeters of armor, 101 in the sides and 50 in the rear. And then this happens. But have no worries. This vehicle is actually pretty good once you get to know it a little better. So, to start off, the gun. 181 millimeters of pen with 320 average damage. Not bad for a tier 7 gun. And you're wondering, but what about my armor? I thought this thing had 203 millimeters of armor in the front. How come I died? Well, don't let this fool you. It's got 203 millimeters of armor, yes. But there's some major weak points on this tank. These little machine gun turrets on the sides are the weak points on this tank. They probably have 101 millimeters of armor on them. I'm going with the side armor because they're on the sides, so we're going to go ahead with 101 on the sides, which would in return then mean that anything with 101 pen, which anything at tier 7 does have 101 pen, can easily pen these weak points in the front. So you're thinking, well crap, this tank is freaking rubbish. If anything can easily pen me on these little easy to hit RTD2s here, well, what's the point of the vehicle? Well, besides making credits, this tank is the only premium vehicle that is a TD in the American line. Now the American tech tree line has 2 tank destroyer lines. So this vehicle is going to be mainly used for training your crews. For equipment, I went with a large caliber tank gun rammer, enhanced gun lane drive, and improved ventilation to overall make the tank better. The crew, we got repairs and camouflage. For the driver, you're going to want to get that clutch braking, there it is, to increase the vehicle's traverse speed, because this thing is terribly slow at turning, which is why you're going to want to try to stay in the vicinity of your team, that way you do not get easily, outmaneuvered and taken out. But this thing has 203 millimeters of armor. I want to be able to tank and take out enemies without having to hide. So how would we do that? Well, let's proceed. Here we are on Stalingrad. The T28 HTC is really a city map TD because you are able to go around these corners and angle your lower plate. Okay, those are the only damage that was done by those T-34s, because the angle was not that sharp, so he was able to pen. But as you will see, I use this building to cover my right track so that they cannot shoot my track off, but they have a shot on my lower plate, which is angled, so they cannot pen. Once they fire their shots, you're able to come around and take a hit or shoot them with your gun. You gotta be careful though not to expose your right track, otherwise you might risk getting perma-tracked. Basically all you do is tempt them to take a shot on your lower plate, which will bounce, and then you're able to come out and take your shot on them. So that's how you work this thing around corners, sharp corners. Here is an example of Fisherman's Bay using this building in the way that the buildings are set up here. It is very good for the T28 HTC to take advantage of these buildings. So what you do is the right little weak spot there, you cover it with a building. See that this guy, his right weak spot or left weak spot is completely exposed to me. I'm able to easily hit it and pen him. But he, however, cannot, because the buildings on the right are covering the weak spot while the main gun assembly here. See, the main gun assembly is covering the left and the right one is covered by the buildings. So all they have is that lower plate and my gunman with it. And they just cannot pen. They're having an extremely hard time trying to do damage to me. And this is the ideal situation for a T28 HTC to be in, where you can just tank hits and cause as much damage as you can with that gun around corners. Black Prince, T29, none of them can pen. Now eventually in this battle, one of the tigers on the left decides to come out, and my shenanigans. Now these guys, they just could not do anything around this corner to me. So here comes the tiger, and he starts shooting on my left little ear there. And of course I couldn't make my angle better for the tiger because they kept permit tracking me. I should have used my repair kit when I could in order to hide that left machine gun turret to block him from shooting it, but I didn't, and he managed to take me out. But not before we were able to rack up 2700 damage and 3830 damage block, which is quite a bit for a tier 7 tank. Well, I hope this video helped you out with this vehicle, showed you something new, maybe, kept you from selling this machine. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see another tank reviewed or a guide for another vehicle, and I will be, glad to make that happen for you guys. Hope you guys are having a good day. This is Pasha, signing out.